It's a WRAL weather alert day. Dangerous heat is possible today. Also a chance for a few storms. I'll break down the timing of those storms and how hot we'll get this afternoon.
Local tax increases. Carrie will hear from residents today about a plan to raise prices. The protests that have already broken out over their upcoming budget. And we're counting down to puck drop. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final is tonight at Lenovo Center. Everything you need to know about the tied-up series ahead of the game. It'll be good to have the Canes back on home ice. Good morning, everyone. It is 4:30, a big day, not just game day, but also a WRAL weather alert day. So let's get right to meteorologist Grant Skinner. Grant, it could feel like triple-degree heat later today.
That's right. It could feel like 105 this afternoon. So be prepared for that if you're going to be out tailgating or you have any other outdoor plans. Make sure you have plans to stay hydrated. Also, take breaks in the AC or shade whenever possible. It's going to feel very hot throughout the day today. This heat advisory covers almost our entire area. It does include Granville and up to Person County, up to Northampton County, but it's still going to feel hot there, even with the heat advisory not in place. So be prepared for it. This is your tailgating forecast. By 4 o'clock, we have a high of 99 degrees. It's going to feel very hot, even without the humidity, but with the humidity tacked on it, we'll feel even hotter. A few brief storms are possible, but not a big rain chance. The best chance later in the day, and still at around 90 degrees by 8 o'clock, feeling like the triple digits. And we'll talk more about that heat index forecast coming up in a bit. High of 99 in Raleigh, 98 in Fayetteville, 99 in Lewisburg. Also a slim chance for a strong storm, mainly in our northern spots. We'll talk more about those rain chances, also the heat throughout the day today, and another WRAL weather alert day for our Friday. That's coming up.
We are counting down to Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final. The Canes are back at Lenovo Center tonight with the series tied up at 2 games apiece. We have team coverage with everything you need to know before the puck drops. We begin with WR's Allie Calabar, who is at Lenovo Center this morning. And Allie, the Canes have a chance to take the lead on this series.
Oh, yes, they do. And we are seeing that the setup is here. We see the stage is back from Vegas, and for some reason, it has the Knicks game on, the NBA Finals on, but we know in just a little bit it's going to show the Stanley Cup Final, and we're going to see a lot of crowds out here pack Lenovo Center inside and out. It's been a week since Canes fans watched their team on home ice. This video shows fans welcoming the Canes at RDU yesterday. They are back in Raleigh, ready to sound the siren for Game 5. If the Canes win tonight, they would only need one more win to hoist the Stanley Cup. Canes fans say that they are seeing this series bring the community together.
I know folks in Vegas are watching, folks in Raleigh are watching, and it's really cool to just bring it all together and say that's our home. That's where, we work and we get to show support for Raleigh.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of support tonight. There's going to be a watch party right outside Lenovo Center in front of this stage. There's also going to be a live DJ instead of a concert that starts at 5 p.m. Puck drops at 8 o'clock. Reporting live at Lenovo Center, Allie Calabar, WRAL News.
And if you weren't able to get tickets to Lenovo Center, there are so many watch parties where Caniacs can gather to watch the game together. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live at Red Hat Amphitheater. Kelsey, the thing is, it's going to be a very hot evening for the outdoor venues.
Yes, Renee, feel like temperatures are going to be in the upper 90s by puck drop tonight. So it's really important that you stay hydrated, especially if you're going to the huge watch party that will be here at the Red Hat Amphitheater. So you are allowed to bring a reusable water bottle like this one as long as it's empty, or you can bring a plastic water bottle like this as long as it's sealed, but you can only bring one. And also don't forget, if you're coming to the Red Hat tonight, that they have a clear bag policy. So here's more of what you can and cannot bring to the Red Hat tonight. So you cannot bring lawn chairs, outside food, coolers, aerosol bug spray or sunscreen, no umbrellas. And you can also, or rather you can bring one sealed plastic water bottle or empty reusable water bottle, small blankets, portable chargers, handheld fans, raincoats and ponchos, plus your small clutch or clear bag will be allowed. Cooling stations will also be available. There will be refill stations for your water bottles. Now, downtown Raleigh will be packed tonight, so give yourself some extra time to find a place to park.
We have a lot of parking decks along Wilmington Street that are just a couple of blocks away from the amphitheater. Using those decks is helpful too, because we usually have plenty of space in those decks. Also, the decks on Wilmington Street, most of those are in the free 2-hour parking program, so that's helpful as well.
So if you want to find out more information about all things Stanley Cup watch parties for tonight, head to WRAL.com's homepage. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Now, if you can't make it to Red Hat but want to cheer on the Canes, there are plenty of other watch parties happening around the Triangle. The town of Cary is hosting a watch party on the Pavilion Lawn at downtown Cary Park. Many bars and restaurants in the area will also have watch parties tonight. You can find the full list on WRAL.com. After Game 5 tonight at Lenovo Center, Game 6 will be Sunday night in Vegas. And if a Game 7 is needed, it will be back here in Raleigh on Wednesday. WRAL will have extensive live team coverage all day today. We'll have you covered leading up to puck drop, and we'll have highlights, analysis, and reaction after the final horn sounds. We're working to learn more this morning about a police scene in Goldsboro. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker was there as officers investigated on Vanderbilt Circle around 2:30 this morning. We've reached out to Goldsboro Police to learn more. So far, we have not heard back. This morning, power is back on for more than 1,000 Duke Energy customers after a fire near the Durham and Orange County line. The fire started in the woods near Coal Mill and Pleasant Green Roads in Orange County. These are pictures from the Eno Fire Department. They show flames and a tree that knocked down power lines. Crews say roads in that area are closed this morning. We're working to learn when they will reopen. A man accused of making a bomb threat outside a Raleigh Police Department substation is expected in court today. We're talking about 33-year-old Christopher Carnes. He's charged with 2 counts of perpetrating a hoax in or at a public building. Police say he made a bomb threat at the Northeast District building on Greens Dairy Road. Investigators searched and they did not find any explosives. People who live in Cary will be back in front of town leaders tonight to share their thoughts on the budget. Last month, people protested a proposed $3.75 property tax increase. Solid waste and utility fees are also expected to go up in this new budget. Trash and recycling would be an additional $2 every month. Water and sewer utility base rates would rise 4%, which is about $3 more every month. Tonight's meeting starts at 6:30. Town leaders will have to make their final decision on the budget by July 1st. Durham is running into an unexpected challenge this budget season. The city says a record number of people appealed the property value, leading to refunds on property tax bills. And that means the city is working with millions fewer than initially projected. Durham is expected to pass the budget by the end of the month. Apex has a new budget in place. It calls for a slight property tax increase. There was debate among town council about proposals that would not have raised taxes at all. They ultimately moved forward with a version that did. Today, the town of Holly Springs wants to connect with e-bike riders about new laws. The laws allow e-bikes on greenways and sidewalks, and they also strengthen regulations on e-bike usage around town. Many vehicles sold as e-bikes are legally classified as motorcycles. And because they are more powerful and faster, they are subject to different regulations and are not permitted on sidewalks or greenways. Tonight's engagement session is from 6 to 8 at the North Main Athletic Complex, and another event will be held next month in Holly Springs. Soccer fans, get ready. The FIFA World Cup gets started today. Teams have been preparing all week ahead of the group stages, and that includes the U.S. team with their base camp in Irvine, California. The U.S. will take the pitch for its first match tomorrow night. Fox 50 is your home for World Cup action. Mexico and South Africa will open the tournament with a game at 3 p.m. today. South Korea takes on Czechia at 10 p.m. and tomorrow Canada plays Bosnia and Herzegovina at 3 p.m. Tomorrow night at 9, the U.S. plays Paraguay. After a historic comeback win last night, the New York Knicks are one win away from an NBA title. The San Antonio Spurs led last night's game 4 by 27 points at halftime, and they extended their lead to 29 in the third quarter. But the Knicks came all the way back and scored the win after a last-second tip-in by OG Anunoby. That completed the biggest comeback in NBA playoff history. The Knicks will have a chance to clinch the title in Game 5 on Saturday in San Antonio. Unbelievable. Fire warning. Improper disposal could lead to large flames in your neighborhood. The items that should not be tossed in a typical trash can and how to get rid of them safely. Plus, expanded water conservation. Johnston County is joining the growing list of local governments concerned about the ongoing drought. The new rules for residents.
And we talked about the heat, but we also have a chance for some isolated showers, maybe a few storms today. The best chance later today. We'll talk more about that rain chance with Futurecast and also how hot it will feel this afternoon into this evening. That's coming up. It's 4:44 on this Thursday morning. It's a very mild start to our day. We're quiet for now, but it will be hot this afternoon, and we'll have a chance for a few storms. This is the view from Durham right now. You can see it is all is quiet there. 77 in Raleigh, 75 in Fayetteville, 77 Rocky Mount, 72 in Roxborough to start out our day. Our highs, again, push to the upper 90s and possibly triple digits for a few spots. That's why it's a WRAL, the weather alert day. With low humidity, drier air can allow that moisture to evaporate, which cools your body. But with high humidity, it's unable to evaporate, so you stay hot. So make sure to remember to stay hydrated throughout the day today. Find that shade or AC. It's going to be a huge thing. We'll talk more about how hot will be for tailgating and also when to expect a few showers and storms. Renee?
Grant, thank you. A warning from the town of Morrisville after this fire. So this happened in the Preston Meadowview neighborhood earlier this week during bulk service pickup. Morrisville's public works director says it was started by something improperly discarded, most likely a lithium-ion battery.
It's really important with bulk item pickup and garbage collection in general is to not be putting batteries, specifically lithium batteries, and other household hazardous waste. So thinking like oils, chemicals, paints, old propane tanks, that should all stay out of the waste stream.
The town of Morrisville holds a Green Day event twice a year where people can dispose of those hazardous items for free. Wake County has also several waste collection sites. A North Carolina state representative who is not planning to run for re-election has reversed course. Democrat Brian Kahn had represented Granville and Vance counties. He is re-entering the race after Democratic Party nominee Curtis McRae withdrew last week. Kahn is in his first term after unseating former Republican Representative Frank Sossamon last year. Sossamon is running again this year. Right now, you can watch a new WRAL documentary examining the future of local journalism in North Carolina. Left Uncovered premiered last night. From disappearing newspapers to broadcast mega mergers, communities across the country are losing local news sources. Researchers say when local news disappears, voting goes down and corruption goes up.
It's all about saving our form of government, and that's with a free press.
I don't know exactly where your industry is going to be in 10 years, but I know if we lose this fight now, we will have lost something really important.
Our WRAL documentary team shows you what's at stake and the groups fighting to keep local journalism alive. You can watch Left Uncovered on WRAL.com or on WRAL's YouTube channel. A new county is getting in on water conservation efforts while our drought persists. Johnson County is now asking people to use less water. The county wants people with odd-numbered addresses to use sprinklers only on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Even-numbered homes should do it Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. No one should be watering on Mondays. In Raleigh, water restrictions are mandatory, and they've been in effect for almost 2 months now. We have a breakdown on water levels and those restrictions on WRAL.com. It is 4:47, and it is going to be an extremely hot day, dangerous heat, in fact. Let's get to meteorologist Grant Skinner on why today is the WRAL Weather Alert Day.
Yeah, heat index values could push well over 100 degrees, peaking around 105 for today. Could be a bit hotter tomorrow. So that's one reason why we have a WRAL weather alert day. Also, a few isolated strong storms are possible, mainly in our far northern spots. So not going to be widespread storms today, but a few are possible with a slightly higher chance as we head into our Friday. Here's a view from Goldsboro this morning. All is quiet for now. We'll stay pretty quiet during the first part of the day as well. As I mentioned earlier, it's a mild start, mid to upper 70s across the area. But by this afternoon, it will feel very hot, getting up to 99 by 3 o'clock, staying that way through around 4 or 5 p.m., gradually cooling off throughout the evening. But with the humidity factored in, it will feel even hotter out there. So be prepared for it. A heat advisory is in place today all the way through 8 o'clock this evening. The main reason for that is heat index values could peak again close to 105 degrees. So as you're tailgating today, here's how the heat index values will shape up all the way through this evening. By 1 o'clock, we're already pushing into the triple digits, and we'll stay that way all the way through 6 o'clock. We don't see the heat index drop off really till around 9, 10 o'clock. So still feels like the low 90s by around puck drop through 9 p.m. So if you're watching the game at Red Hat or Moore Square, other watch parties around the area, maybe in the South Plaza, make sure you stay hydrated. Find the shade whenever possible. Also keep in mind tomorrow, the major heat risk continues. You can see this covers our entire area. Likely we'll have another heat advisory, and 1 or 2 strong storms are also possible tomorrow. Level 1 of 5 risk is in place for today. We have a few damaging wind gusts possible. Again, we're going to talk about futurecasts and talk about the timing of those storms coming up in just a bit. It's a low storm chance, though. Look at that 30% for today, a similar storm chance for tomorrow. The main reason for the WRAL weather alert day is going to be that heat. A high of 101 on Friday, still in the mid to upper 90s this weekend. Finally, a little bit more comfortable during the first half of next week. But yeah, be prepared for some dangerous heat for tailgating this afternoon into this early evening. And it's going to be a very hot Friday as well.
Grant, thanks for that. Still ahead, from the stage to the big screen, when you can catch Six the Musical in theaters. And celebrating a special student, how a Durham school community came together to show support at Duke University Hospital. A white shark was pinged just a few miles off our coast. OSearch says the juvenile shark named Brooks pinged 5 miles off Kitty Hawk in the Outer Banks. She measures 8 feet, 10 inches. They estimate she weighs just over 450 pounds. Experts say she's currently traveling north. You can track Brooks and other sharks on the coast on this OSearch Global Shark Tracker. Honorary Oscars for some of the most iconic names in acting. Plus, a Broadway musical is heading to theaters. David Daniel shares more in today's Hollywood Minute.
I was very aware that I was a little fish in a very big pond.
Glenn Close has long been a big fish in Hollywood, and now the Motion Picture Academy has announced she'll receive an honorary Oscar at this year's Governor's Awards. Close has been nominated for 8 Academy Awards. Filmmaker Ridley Scott, who's received 4 Oscar nominations, is also on this year's honorary Oscars list. The Academy's 17th Governor's Awards are set for November 15th in Hollywood. Lego and Pokemon have unveiled their latest Smart Play sets, which can make builders feel like Pokemon trainers as the sets play back through light, sound, and motion. All 12 sets go on sale August 1st. Six is headed to movie theaters. The Tony-winning musical featuring the 6 original queens from the London West End production hits the big screen August 14th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
A parade of bright yellow school buses rolled up to Duke University Hospital to lift the spirits of a young patient. This video was sent to us by Duke Health. Elmer Bonilla Rodriguez had a huge smile stretch across his face as he watched the buses make a loop around the traffic circle in front of the hospital tower. You see, Elmer has a rare and often fatal genetic disorder known as Krabbe disease. He's been back in the hospital for a few months now. Duke Health and Durham Public Schools teamed up to bring some of his teachers, counselors, and principals to him, arriving on his favorite school buses.
I think when we see things like this, the smile on their face, the joy, the community, being able to witness how community feels so excited about these things, I think brings us some resilience. It also is very healing to the parts that we see on a day-to-day basis that are very tough and very difficult.
The Duke team even transformed Elmer's hospital bed into a school bus. Look at that. So he could parade down the hall to see the surprise outside. Animal shelter concerns. A petition is asking for the Harnett County shelter manager to be fired. Ahead at 5, what led to dozens of improper euthanizations? And a big Game 5. The Canes are home tonight in a Stanley Cup final that's tied at 2 games each. The watch party's planned for tonight for fans who can't get to the arena. It is also a WRAL weather alert day. This is a live look at Rocky Mount Mills. The tower there lit up in red for the Canes. Go Canes. We're expecting dangerous heat and a chance for afternoon storms. Ahead, meteorologist Grant Skinner breaks down how this could impact your Canes tailgate.